So guys, we're doing something a little bit different this week on our shipping video. So normally in the shipping video, you see a rack of guitars that have been designed on our 3D builder, have been purchased as custom orders a couple of months ago, coming through the production process and then being ready to ship out around the world. These guitars are guitars that have been sold out of our stock section. So over Black Friday, we've been running promotion for both stock and on our 3D builder, and there's been a lot of guitars moving. So I just grabbed the guitars that sold over the weekend, and I thought it'd be nice just to have a look at them instead. And so just for context, this video is being recorded on Monday. Black Friday was just last Friday. So these are the guitars sold over the weekend, and then we're going to be shipping them out. So if you're watching this, we put this out on a Friday. So if you're watching this on a Friday and you see one of your guitars here, they're already on the way to you. So don't worry, they're not still sitting here in the emerald rack. So it's really nice to just have a look at some of the guitars that are on our stock section. And if you've been in there, you'll see that there's some really great promotions still running for another few days. We continued our Black Friday into Cyber Monday, and we've been giving great discounts in our stock and also in our 3D builder. Now, one thing you're going to notice a little bit different in these guitars, and I think it's by design. A lot of these guitars, except for one, don't have inlays on them, and I think the reason is if you're interested in an inlay guitar at the moment, there's a really great offer running in the 3D builder. You're going to get a 25% discount on any of our custom features in there. So if you're adding on things like the inlays and things like that, then that's a great place to buy that guitar from. So you just get a little bit of extra discount. But we have a beautiful selection of guitars all the same on this rack, and so we're going to have a look at the guys who have gone for the instant gratification, couldn't wait the 2 months for a custom guitar to be built, and are going to have these in their hands within the next few days. So first one is Jeremy in Pennsylvania, first of 3 Virtuos. So this month we've had a great month, and it's been on the top of the sales chart has been the X20 and the Virtuo, and it's been kind of dicing it out. Both of those guitars, like right throughout the year, are pretty much neck and neck in terms of our sales numbers. So we're very thankful for the Virtuo. It makes up a really large amount of our sales, and the reason it's so popular is because of its versatility. I was just talking to somebody just yesterday who was saying they're a looping guitarist. They're looking for a guitar to play acoustic, be able to play lead over the top, and build up layers. And I said, well, the Virtuo is designed exactly for you, and indeed was inspired by looping guitarists back during lockdown, watching when people like Davy K, Mark Black, and Johnny Gallagher doing the amazing looping. So it's got all those capabilities. So piezo-wise, so it's an acoustic guitar. It's a hollow body. It's got piezo pickups here, so you've got really great acoustic sounds. That has an acoustic chamber that resonates properly and gives you a proper acoustic sound. Then you've got electric sounds. You've got a set of Fishman influenced humbuckers, an incredible sounding humbucker pickup. They've got 3 voices, single coils, classic humbucker sound, and then like a slightly hotter humbucker sound as well, all controlled through these little smart push pulls right here. And then you've got MIDI connectivity. So if you're a looping guitarist, or you're a solo performer and you want to really build up sounds, fantastic. If you're in the studio, you want a lot of versatility, fantastic. If you're looking for unique sounds, it's fantastic. So the Virtuo really ticks a lot of boxes. And this is a really nice one going out to Jeremy, and it's finished in green carbon, gold hardware, got that really nice Irish twist to it. And that's going to make some great music there. So next one is going to Brent in Ohio, and Brent has gone for similar guitar, finished in the amber, so those more kind of earthy brown tones, black hardware, and then the amber back and sides. Then Jeff in South Carolina has gone for the Virtuo and the black quilted maple. I love black quilted maple on a Virtuo. And this combined with the chrome hardware, silver inlay. So the silver inlays we've chosen to put on this goes really great with the chrome hardware, but also blends nicely with the tones of that top. So black quilted maple is not truly just black. It's dyed with a black dye, but with the colors of the wood, it brings out these sort of silvery tones. and it has some really nice movement and depth to it. Black carbon back and sides, and a lovely Virtuo going to South Carolina. Now, Chris in California is the first of quite a lineup of X20s, and so I said it's been neck and neck, but you know, you had a sales run like that, then maybe the X20 has gone back ahead again. So X20, reason it's so popular in our lineup is it's dreadnought size guitar. It's a very familiar size, and the reason the dreadnought has been such a popular guitar, like right across the whole guitar world, is it's got that nice balance, you know, between bass, mid, and treble. It's a guitar that kind of performs well for both fingerstyle and for strumming, and very much in the X20 as well. You know, it's a very versatile tone, sits in between a number of different genres that way. But ours is so different than most other dreadnoughts that you're going to ever find because of its ergonomics. It's got this extended neck access, so you don't have a heel here that's blocking your hand, so you get to play right up to the last fret. It's got this contoured back with a rib bevel here, so as you're playing, you don't have a sharp edge that's cutting into your ribs. It's got the forearm bevel, so if you're playing for a couple hours at a time, you got your arm resting over the top of the sharp edge of a guitar. I'm sure you've experienced it. You know, sometimes you can actually get numbness going into your hands. So it makes that much more comfortable. It's got an asymmetrical side. So what that does is the side of that guitar isn't just straight across. The plane is actually sitting at an angle, like down like this. So whenever you're playing guitar, you're not playing like this. You tend to play at an angle. So it sits very comfortably in your knee when you're sitting down. So it's all those little details together. The offset sound hole that projects the sound to the player. So it's just got a lot of things going on that just make this a very comfortable guitar, great sounding guitar, and a real hit for us. So this one, going to Chris in California, is it's got a Macquarie veneer on top. Macquarie is not something that we see quite as often in our shipping videos, but beautiful veneer, really nice colors and tones, kind of got those mahogany browns, and it's got like a combination between quilting and some almost like bear claw type runs running through it, and very unique veneer, really nice detail on that top, and a black carbon back and sides. So nice one, Chris. You bagged yourself a beauty. Now Stephen in Alberta. So Stephen's gone for the X20 in its purest form. So it's just a pure carbon finish with a red transparent over the top. So we start with black carbon, we put a red transparent, gives you that beautiful deep red color. This guitar doesn't have a pickup system in it, it's purely acoustic, and that's what we like to always carry, some pure acoustic guitars in our stock. And then also if you're ordering online in the 3D builder, you can choose to not add a pickup. And I always say, if you're not going to use a pickup, it's a good idea to not have it. Just simplifies the guitar, means there's nothing inside that can ever come loose or rattle, and it's just a good way to have a guitar if you're not plugging it in. So then we've got Brian in Colorado. Brian's taking a similar approach, no pickup on an X20, but this one is finished just in the black carbon. So so it's basically the exact same guitar as this, but without any transparent finish. It's just a clear coat over the carbon fiber, and really looks fantastic. So next up, we're just going up the road to Belfast, and this is going out to Stephen in Belfast. Exact same guitar as the previous one, the black carbon on an X20 with black hardware, but this one has the Hyvibe pickup system. So I'm not going to tell you all the details, but basically it's a smart guitar system that gives you the ability to blend between or to add on acoustic effects onto your guitar without plugging into an amp. So it takes a signal, activates some little drivers on the top, and kind of makes the top into a speaker, so it allows you to modify the sound. Maybe we'll cut in a little clip actually of Davy using the Hyvibe system in here. Might be very useful, just to give you a little idea, and we'll maybe put a link along with it just to the Hyvibe.
Okay folks, so when you power the actual Hyvibe on, the first screen that greets you is the tuner section. I'll just take you through the menu here. The next section is the effects, which have your reverbs, your chorus, your delays, etc. Next we have the looper, which is a great tool for practicing and maybe composing songs, working out songs, looping over different sections. You've got a metronome, obviously, to practice along with, sets your time. You've got a Bluetooth speaker, which is a fantastic feature. You can actually link this to your phone, play music, and have it coming out of the sound hole of the guitar, which is alone a fantastic feature. And you're into the system for the setup and the calibration effects and stuff like that. So basically that's all that's on board. Okay, so the first effect that we're going to look at on the Hyvibe is the reverb section. Now I just want to stress as well that all sounds you hear are coming from the sound hole of the guitar and are picked up on the room mics. There's absolutely no post-processing or pedals of any kind. So what you hear is what I am hearing, and here we go with the reverb. First of all, with the reverb off. I'm now turning the reverb section on, just turning the volume of the reverb. So there you are, nice lush reverb, which just fills the room. Beautiful. So next up is the chorus effect built into the Hyvibe, and it sounds like this. The next effect that we're going to look at is the echo, or the delay. Sounds like this. Quickly moving on to the phaser sound, which is built on board as well. So that's the phaser. Tremolo.
So some fantastic guitar, and that's going out to Stephen in Belfast. Okay, so next up is Eric in Colorado. Again, black Carbon X20. This one's got chrome hardware, so that's the one visual difference to start with. But the main difference on this one has got a very different pickup system in it. This one has basically the full pickup system from our X10, and we put it into an X20 here. So it's got the Graphtec piezo's, it's got a Crevo humbucker, it's got the MIDI connectivity, and it's got all the controls on the side. So so it's kind of a marry up between the two worlds, between an X10 and an X20, and a very versatile pickup system that works very well on that guitar. Then we've got Lee in New Mexico. So Lee's gone for the nylon route. So after all those steel string X20s, we're having a look at a nylon. And pretty much it's the exact same guitar. We build it in the same mold, but we build it quite a bit differently. We lighten the top, we build the top quite a bit different to suit nylon strings, because there's a lot less tension on a nylon guitar. So so it allows us to build the top a lot differently. It's got that beautiful slotted headstock. Obviously that's the one key feature that you're really going to notice visually different. And this one has the adjustable bridge with the Graphtec piezos and K&K Pure Minis inside. So, so it gives you a lot of adjustability for both intonation and height on a nylon. So great pickup system on a nylon guitar. Right, so next one up is Jeffrey in Staffordshire, and this is the last of our X20 lineup, and a beautiful example. So this one has a fantastic vintage amber burst over vibrant. Now this is something we haven't done all that much, but we should do a lot more. I think the vibrant weave with a burst, I think, is a really great effect. I've seen like blues and greens that we've done recently with the burst, and this vintage amber burst is probably the even best of them. Vintage amber, or sorry, the vibrant amber back and sides, gold hardware on that is a very nice touch, and again this is a purely acoustic guitar, so so no pickup in there, just the end pins. Yeah, beautiful to finish that line of X20s. And going out to Jeffrey in Staffordshire. Now from an X20 we're going up to an X30. So I talked a little minute ago about the ergonomics of the X20, and the X30 shares that but accentuated. So the X30s are big jumbo guitars, so we've been able to go a little bit bigger, a little bit more aggressive on that cutaway, a bit more aggressive here on this rib bevel and the asymmetrical side. And overall, those details just really make this a very, very comfortable jumbo guitar. This one's finished in quilted maple, so red quilted maple, and red, transparent red over quilted maple is fantastic. Just gives so much depth and color. I love how this looks. That vibrant red back and sides looks amazing. Chrome hardware on there, also really nice touch, and it's got an LR Bags element pickup system. So beautiful guitar, and we love the jumbos. Yeah, if you're looking for a big sound, if you really like that big full bassy sound, you dig into an X30, you really feel it. So it's very cool. Now going to a jumbo to a super jumbo. If there's ever a big body guitar, this is it. This is the Balor, and when I was designing an acoustic guitar or acoustic bass guitar, a lot of the thinking normally is you sort of stop at a jumbo sized body, and that's enough. But with this, I really wanted to go deeper. I wanted to have a really big, full sounding acoustic bass guitar, and to get that real depth and resonance, you got to have a big chamber, a big body. So this is a highly sculpted body that takes those ergonomics really to the next level, and it's that ergonomics that allow this to be so big. If it didn't have those built in, it would be a very unwieldy thing to play. But this is actually really quite a comfortable guitar. It just sits, especially when you're sitting playing it, it just sits into your body very nicely. This is a 4-string example. It's got an adjustable bridge here. It's got piezo's built into the bridge. It's got a volume control here. Finished in red carbon, red all around, black hardware. That's a very nice 4-string. Going to Stefan in Texas. Now, Jim in London. So if you like a small body 12-string guitar, then the X7 12-string is a really great choice. So it's a powder size body, really nice compact body. It's got a 24-inch scale, so it makes it a little bit shorter and less tension than a regular 12-string, and just overall just sounds and plays beautifully. This one finished with the LR Bags element pickup system, black carbon, gold hardware for just that little bit of extra pop, black hardware back and sides. That's a very nice 12-string there. So going out to Jim in London. Then coming towards the end, we've got Aaron in New York, another couple of X20s, and this one is redwood burl. So fantastic redwood burl with a beautiful swirl pattern on it. Really nice detail on this guitar, and finished with the dual pickup system. So it's got the Graphtec piezos, K&K Pure Minis inside, black hardware, and a red carbon back and sides. Very nice. Red carbon and redwood burl always work really well together. And the last one we have is going out to Sean in Colorado, and this is beautiful X20. What we've done is we've taken some really fantastic quilted maple, amazing quilted maple actually. It's really is. It's got such a small, tight pattern on it, but a lot of depth and movement. And we've given it a really deep blue burst. So it's transparent blue, but we've put extra transparent blue over the sides and then fading out to black. And it just, kind of puts all the focus towards this lighter center, and it makes it just look so deep. It really looks like you're jumping into a deep blue pool of water there or something. Absolutely love that. Gold hardware is a nice touch on there, and blue carbon back and sides, and an LR Bags pickup system. So that's the lineup of stock guitars, and what I will say, that's just probably a small part of what's been going out of here in stock. It's been a big month here, and but a big part of what we've been doing this month has been our custom guitars. We've been taking a lot of orders for custom guitars. We've been running a little bit of an extra promotion in the 3D builder, and we love building custom guitars. We love being able to make a guitar that's designed just for you. Now, these guitars, essentially, we design them on the 3D builder. We bring up the designs and then build them ourselves as custom. So they're all really, essentially every guitar is custom. That's why, like, even, you know, there's a little bit more commonality in some of these with the black carbons that we always like to have, but we always like to build custom guitars for stock. But so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little look at some of the custom orders that have been designed over the last few weeks. We're going to have a look in the computer here and bring some of those up. But before we do that, maybe we're going to just check in with Stephen, have a little word with him about what's been going on and how busy his month is. And he's definitely had a busy time in shipping. Let's take a quick walk. Okay, so we're out here in the shipping area where Stephen does all the final checks of the guitars. So Stephen, you've had a busy month.
Yes, crazy. Always with the sale coming up with Black Friday, I'm kind of anticipating.
I think you're not loving the November so much at the moment.
No, but it's good because there's a lot of buzz around the factory, you know,
yeah,
when these big sales happen. So,
and we've spread it out a little bit for you this time because a lot of the sales that are coming in are on the 3D builder, so it's not quite as pressured in the number of guitars that have to go straight out the door. But we're standing here where Stephen does the final check. So Stephen's the guy who does the final quality control, checks every guitar before they go out, and then organises the shipping to go out around the world. And Stephen's also the guy that if you have any technical problems, he's the guy that'll help you out. So Stephen, you're a guitar player and you're more bass player actually than.
But I write all the songs on my own guitar and then give it to a guitar player.
And so if you don't know, Stephen is a professional musician before he joined the team here. Plays guitar all day, checking them out, and write songs as you're checking people's guitars.
Yes, that's the hardest thing is during the sale period. I have just to write a song a lot faster than normal. So to get the guitars out the door.
Anything you've been working on at the moment?
Just messing about. I'm just sitting here. Something along those lines.
So there you are. That's what happens here. Stephen's checking guitars, gets sidetracked and writes music along the way, but that's what it's about, making inspiring music. So we're going to take a walk into the office now and have a look at some of those custom orders. So guys, I've just come in here. I'm actually sitting in Anthony's chair, and this is Anthony's desk where he does all the planning for our production. So if you come around this side, I'll just very, very briefly show you this screen. So this is what we be working with on a daily basis. This screen, all these little colored blocks are different jobs that have to be done to different guitars. So it's all planned out day by day, all the different work that's being done and for every guitar. So every guitar is being entered into the system, and so we have a lot of new ones that are coming in here all the time. So here's a guitar from Charles, and this is what it's going to look like. A beautiful X30 with green quilted maple and those white vine inlays running up the fretboard there. So we can just have a little quick look at a couple of different ones, and you just see the kind of things that we have coming into us here, and we get all the details that come in on every build. There's a really fantastic one there. This is Royal Ebony with a green over it as well. Again on an X30, I think. Then we have, let's check out this X10 Slimline going to Jesse, and let's have a look. So an X10 Slimline with Co.Donegal and a fantastic pickup system on there and that. So that's the sort of thing that we get whenever those custom orders come through. We get your order with the picture that's submitted from the 3D builder. Then we plan it out, we break it down into all the different tasks, and it goes on the screen. And whenever that's planned out and the guitar is going through various different phases, if you're starting to maybe wonder, am I going to get updates? Now, I'll just explain something that might be a bit confusing. There's an account section on our website, and but the account doesn't actually show you updates of where your guitar's at on the build, but you will get automated emails that'll come in. So as your guitar is being built, you're going to get notifications at various different stages along the way. So, you know, when your guitar has been molded, or when your guitar has been polished, or it's ready for shipping, you know, those notifications will come out to you and give you a little bit of information. So, so expect those. You will get those as the guitar goes through the manufacturing process, and when your guitar is finished, then we'll be in touch with you then to let you know that that's ready to ship. So, so that's the expectation, but it's always fun, you know, just to see all those different custom builds coming in. Over the weekend I was just checking out some of the orders coming in, and there's some real beauties being built, like this one, you know, this fantastic X10 Slimline going out to Kevin, and Royal Ebony with a white inlay on it. So that's the kind of stuff that we've been seeing coming through here in the last few days. And Anthony's always busy here planning. He's hiding behind the camera, but we're going to get him in here someday to tell you a little bit more about what he actually does. He's shaking his head, but he is. And so I want to vote who wants to see Anthony and find out what Anthony actually does in the background in production. So that's it. That's a little bit of a different shipping video for you today, and we'll be back with another one hopefully next week. But thanks for being such a huge part of the whole Emerald Guitars family and success. Truly is. It's amazing just to see the guitars that you guys order from us, choosing us from the other side of the world, and it's a big purchase. You know, thinking about a guitar, a custom guitar that you're having built. You could choose anybody in the world, and you're choosing us here in Ireland, and we are very appreciative of that. So I hope you're having a great week wherever you are. Hopefully you're playing some beautiful music, and we'll see you again next week.